Okay, so I'm only going to record 2 episodes of this today, which is going to be the Tokyo and New York very hard races. So we're going to get a move on with that. I think the sound should be working. I mean, it was last time. You know. Yeah, okay. We're all right with the sound. We weren't, if you remember, we weren't at the start of the game, but we are now. Man, the start of the game was a little while ago now. Let's go with a red Lancer. Yeah, I only need to record 2 episodes of this today to get up to episode 12, which is a multiple of 6, which means that I'll be straight back on the regular schedule I have. I'm kind of going off schedule a little bit because of, like, you know, the TT races take a lot longer than what I would normally record for in a session. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to record another TT race after I've recorded my 2 PGR videos today. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm thinking I will, but I don't know. This whole session is going to be me trying to figure out if I want to do that or not. Or I could just take the day off, you know. It would mean a couple of, you know, weeks where a TT episode doesn't come up. But the last TT episode I recorded was the Formula 1 TT. And that takes, you know, the video is like an hour and 15 minutes. So, like, you know, that's going to be a lot to watch. Does someone really want to come back next week and watch another 40-minute race, you know? So maybe I'll start allowing gaps to form in the TT Let's Play and really autistically only record stuff on the day I'm supposed to, you know, I have set up to be recording it on. That sounds like kind of an idea, since, you know, it keeps everything nice and uniform, and as a guy that thinks right-wing death squads would be a good idea, I think being nice and uniform is the way to go on this. You know, let's go all the way to the right and see what happens. Is a good idea. That's never gone wrong. In the same way that going all the way to the left has never gone wrong. So we'll try going all the way to the right. And I'm only going to record TT episodes on the day they're supposed to be recorded on from now on, because, you know, I took the last 2 weeks to record nothing but TT videos, and one of those weeks amounted to nothing because I had to delete everything because I literally fell asleep while I was recording. So we're gonna do everything the traditionalist way, and in many ways the right way. Right as in right wing, and right as in correct. That's why they're called the right. And yeah, we'll do it properly, I think. But it's gonna mean, like I said, a couple of missed weeks of TT episodes, but the TT episodes are crazy long, and the point of my channel, as I always say, isn't to watch it live. It's not to watch live streams, you know. It's my channel is here as something of an archive of as many racing games as it could possibly be of. So, you know, TT Superbikes and stuff is one there's a lot of people that have recorded themselves doing hot laps and stuff of the TT course. There's not a lot of footage of the rest of the game, but now, thanks to me, all thanks to me, I do everything around here. I'm the only good racing game channel on YouTube, obviously. There's none with better production value, you know. There's not even anyone else that records 1080p HD, 60 frames per second video of the original Xbox like I do. So, you know, you need to bear that in mind. The amazing quality content I'm bringing out there. So yeah, the TT videos will go up when they go up. You know, what can you do? The real races are even longer by like 1 lap than the races in the game. So, you know, it could be worse, is what I'm trying to say. Speaking of races being long, this one's 6 bloody laps. And the next one's going to be just as long, if not longer, I should think. But after that, I'm done with the quick races, and we can move on. Because I had a look through the car list, and we'll have a look through the car list the next time I get the screen where I can pick a car. But I reckon the mode where it's just event after event of ducking between cones as quick as you can and getting like 5 kudos, and you get 2 laps of a, you know, half-mile track, and there's about 3 cone gates, and you have to go through and get 700 kudos somehow. I don't think you have to get gold on those events to unlock locked cars. I'm pretty sure you just have to complete them. I don't know, I'll have a look though, because it's been a fair few weeks since I last had a look at this game, I'll be honest. So I need to make sure I'm not barking up the wrong tree or anything, and really figure it out, get it right, that kind of thing. I'm being overtaken at the dying stages of the race. Speaking of getting overtaken at the dying stages of the race, I want to talk about F1 2013 for a bit. I mean, I know I'm a few years too late, but you know, it's a talking point since I've been playing it a tiny bit. You know, I'm on to the qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix, right? And I'm driving for Williams because it's my first season, and I've never completed a full season of a Formula 1 game. So there I am. You know, I can do, side point, I can do seasons of MotoGP for days. You know, I can just, you know, ever since I was a little baby boy, I've been doing seasons of MotoGP Ultimate Racing Technology 2, you know. The MotoGP tracks are better than the Formula 1 tracks, and the MotoGP games are more fun to play than the F1 games. And I'm going to speak about a problem in F1 2013 right now, and it's that all of the races are rigged, right? So I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, I think. I'm playing on a pretty hard difficulty, because I think it would be more realistic for a Williams to be finishing kind of mid-pack, you know, in 2013. So there I am. You know, first half of the race is fine. I qualify last every single time by at least a second. You know, so there's the first point where you know it's rigged. You know, when the next car up the road is exactly a second faster than you every time, more or less. I don't know if it was exactly a second, but they were definitely, you know, faster by a roundabout amount of time. Then for the first half of the race, you know, I'm pretty handy, pretty speedy. Usually get up to, I think, around 11th from last in the first couple of corners. And then I'm able to hold it there pretty well. Oh shit, I forgot to look like I said I was gonna. Oh well, we'll do it later. Yeah, so first half of the race is fine. I'm in 11th place. I mean, I'm holding everyone up because the AI don't want to go for overtakes, but at the same time, the game thinks they should be faster than you. By virtue of they're the AI and you're the player. So the AI are constantly snapping at your heels, but they never really go for an overtake in the first half of the race. And then you go in for your pit stop, and this is where the game like is openly cheating you, okay? So you're going for your pit stop, everything's fine, you get the pit entrance pretty good. I mean, you don't really have to think too much about the pit entrance on F1 2013, because it, you know, it applies the limiter for you and stuff, like before you even get to the line. It's not like F1 2017, but you've got to slow yourself down. So you throw it into the pits at full speed, then the game takes control away from you until, you know, the pit exit line. So you're sitting there, it's tense, because you're in the pits and it's computer controlled. It's basically a cutscene, and you're thinking, oh man, I hope I get a good pit stop, and you get a good pit stop, fine. But then the game holds you up in your pit box and lets everyone pass you for no reason. Like you could easily. I know F1 has rules about like unsafe releases and stuff. You know, I'm not stupid. I'm not retarded. Okay, I know how F1 works. I don't watch it because it's boring, but I know how it works. So you're sitting there in the pit box and watching all those people that you've, been defending against for the last something like anywhere between like 7 and 11 laps, because I do short races. I do like somewhere just shy of 20 laps, around 20 laps. So you watch everyone you've been defending against, straight past you in the pit lane. You could easily have made it out of your pit box before they got there. No question about it. But for some reason, the game decides to hold you in there, puts you behind them. And then, because the game gives them so much more speed than you, but it doesn't let them overtake. So, you're thinking, hell yeah, 11th place, I could do this. If the game didn't cheat me at the pit stops, I could easily come 11th, maybe even score points, if, like, the guy in front didn't manage to get a 20-second lead within, 2 laps on me. The next guy in the line, 10th place, gets 20 seconds ahead within 2 laps. Whatever. That's fine as well. But no, everyone that you got past, right down to literally the position objective that the team sets you, which is, for me, I think is around 16th. You get placed back down into 16th, everyone in front of you disappears, everyone behind you catches up and just rides your rear wing until the end of the race. F1 2013. Every single race is the same. Don't bother playing it, it sucks. It's shit. I'll play it on the channel one day. Not for a while, but I'll play it on the channel one day. Maybe I'll not have it on the hardest difficulty. Maybe I'll put it on I think isn't it easy, medium, hard, very hard? I'll probably put it just on hard. I think that sounds about right. And that's all I really wanted to talk about today. So we still got 2 laps of this race, and then a whole other episode for me to try and come up with various topics. Let's talk about V-Rally 4 being announced, actually, because I just saw that before I started recording, and I have a strong opinion. And my strong opinion is that it doesn't make any sense, right? Because it's being made by Kiloton and Big Ben, who already make the official WRC game. Now, I haven't played many of the V-Rally games. You could go as far as to say I've only played one V-Rally game. But as far as I could see, V-Rally 3 was just trying to be... It was trying to be the official WRC game, and like Colin McRae Rally, but like budget both of those. Imagine... Right, so Colin McRae Rally is already budget WRC, right? You can argue about physics models between Evolution and Codemasters all you want, but Colin McRae Rally is objectively budget WRC. I mean, they had like the Group B cars maybe like a year before, and they started expanding into different categories maybe earlier. Colin McRae Rally 3 came out about the same time as WRC 2, right? So WRC 3. I don't know, I think the official WRC games had more content sooner than the Colin McRae ones. Because like there wasn't a Colin McRae Rally game in 2000. Well, I don't know the exact history. The point is, you have WRC is the actual brand WRC game. WRC is your Coke, your Coca-Cola. Colin McRae Rally is your Pepsi. It's the same thing. You can argue about whether or not it's better. And then like V-Rally 3, as far as I could see, is one of the millions of own brands. It's Morrison's own, Tesco's own rally game. And Kiloton and Big Ben already have the official WRC license, so why do they want to make a game that's trying to be the WRC game? as well as the WRC game. You know, V-Rally, okay, it's more arcadey than the official titles, but it's not like the official titles of Mobile One Rally Championship, is it? You really gotta activate your omens on these things, man. You really gotta think about it. Otherwise, you're gonna end up looking like a retard. Okay, so the PGR map from Tokyo. You know, the Tokyo of PGR, I can't remember which one, was reused for Forza, right? Or something like that. You know, the Tokyo in PGR and the Tokyo in Forza 1, I can't remember which PGR we would have been on when Forza 1 came out. But like, you know, or if it was PGR 4 that shared it, or whatever. The Tokyo and PGR and Forza share the same Tokyo, right? Do they share the same New York as well? I mean, the same like sections of roads, the same modeling and stuff. Is that something that happened? Because I know Forza and Rally Sport Challenge share. I mean, they don't really share much, but one of the events in the first Forza is called like Rally Sport Challenge. You know, these are Xbox exclusive titles, had a lot of incest going on. So I want to know how much was shared from various places to make, you know, the game that ended up killing the other, you know, titles that filled a different niche. Anyway, quick race mode completed. 2 new cars, both of them are Ferraris. And then next week, I'll get started on the arcade races. And then after we're done with that, we can finally go back to doing Kudos Challenge. And when we've completed Kudos Challenge, we completed the game.